Look who decided not to show up again. God.
What do you mean? I'm right here.
No, I'm talking about Luke. He's on vacation. Again.
Luke?
Yeah, Luke, the third guy on the podcast. Luke?
Third guy on the podcast?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Luke on Demand? Luke?
What the fuck are you talking about? Luke on
We have
Demand?
a group chat with him on Snapchat and Instagram.
What kind of fucking name is Luke on Demand? That already sounds made up.
What do you mean made up, bro? This is fucking episode 150 whatever. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
who's
154
Luke?
of our or 155 actually of our podcast.
Yeah, that we
Our
do with,
podcast, Jackson and Jake, the Good Enough Podcast guys.
No, but we have it with Luke. Are you doing a bit? Are you fucking with me right now?
No, I don't know what you're talking. I don't know I don't know a Luke. Or, I mean, maybe like in high school I knew a Luke, but we certainly have never done a podcast with that Luke.
Like 150 some episode, just nothing, just no memory of the guy.
It's not that I have no memory of the guy. That just isn't a thing.
Are you sick? Are you like not feeling well? Are you good? Do you have like a
Are you sick?
issue?
Are you not
I'm
feeling well?
totally
I
fine.
don't know what to
I
tell
am
you.
okay,
It is
bro.
Always for 155 episodes, we have done this together. Me and you. We are in this as a team. We even flew you out to come and hang out in LA. I don't know what else you could be thinking about. Seriously, man, go get checked. This is not funny.
Huh.
What's a bigger trap, marriage or having kids?
I think having kids because you can't do the same stuff. At least with marriage, you guys can still smoke crack together.
Well, here we are.
Yeah.
Episode 155. Can you believe that, man? Every time I edit the podcast, I'm like, what is it, like 120, 130? It's always a higher number than I expect it to be.
It's always, the number always goes up. I don't know why. It somehow keeps going up. Like, damn, like what? Dude, what the fuck? This shit's crazy.
No, it's weird. I mean, I'm about to start my last year of college, and I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, God, we really haven't been doing this podcast for so long. And then I was like, yo, that was like halfway through my high school that we started this, I think.
Damn, I was doing a bit, but you were just like straight up like contemplating time there. That's crazy. No, I had the exact same thought probably like a month or so ago. Like, I remember starting the podcast 2021, so I was like sophomore in college. I have been graduated for a year now. Yuck.
Yeah, I was a senior in high school.
Fuck. This makes me want to... I feel
horrible.
old, bro.
No, I know. Seriously. How's the post-grad life been, man? What
Dude,
what
honestly,
I look forward to?
Scared. I can't really comment on anything that's going on in the Hollywood sphere, unfortunately. But in the non-Hollywood sphere, probably not too much better. It's yeah. I'm probably just gonna go away somewhere when I turn 24. I'm just gonna leave. Yeah. Maybe not come back. Yeah. Just go somewhere.
You think in country, or you're thinking like the
world, maybe just the Earth perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big place.
There's a lot of stuff to do, and I'm gonna be 24. Oh my god, it makes me want to die. I hate saying it.
Yeah.
Y'all are still young bucks.
I'm going to be 22. That's not any easier. I mean, all the fun birthdays are gone. Now it's just like, man, you're 1 year older than you were last year.
Yeah, right? Yeah, 21 really is kind of the last fun one, because the next...
I mean, 25, I think, is like...
That's not fun. Who the fuck celebrates their 25th birthday?
I don't know. To me, that's like
it's
quarter of a way
quarter of your life's over. Ha, congrats. No. If you're lucky, quarter of your life. Haha. Nah, fuck that. 30. Who the celebrating your 30th birthday?
30's a rough year. 30's got to be a rough birthday.
I feel like I'm actually gonna cry on my 30th birthday, perhaps.
That's a tough one. Actually, dude, it's funny you say this, dude, because I've been I think I mentioned this last podcast. I've been transferring all these old mini DV tapes.
Yeah. And you're a bit big on time right now.
Watches, dude.
You're damn. I was young and shit here. I was
dude, it was the first one I did. I just picked up randomly, and it was from the day I was born.
Whoa!
I was like, what the fuck? And there's a clip at the end of my dad, and he's rocking me back and forth, and it's just my dad holding the camera on me while he's rocking back and forth, and he's just talking to me, like being all sweet, and I was like,
whoa.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking cry right now.
That's
this is crazy. Yeah,
it's
I think that's something that I realized about doing these old tapes is that I think that that now, I mean, now it's like any picture you take is going to show up every year and be like, remember a year ago when you did the cannonball flip into the pool? But with the old tape and stuff,
cannonball flip,
it was like you had an hour on each tape, and it was like you have to be really sparing about what you film. And so the moments feel more special and more like intentional. And because they don't just pop up every year, or you're not just scrolling through a storage thing, like stumbling upon them feels like, oh my God, like, oh my God, do you remember when the kitchen looked like that? And oh my God, do you remember the old dogs? Like things like that where you're like, they just creep up on you and you're like, damn, it feels like so long ago.
I don't want to get cringe as fuck, but like, that's like, you pretty much described film photography. Like that's pretty much like why we fuck with it. Cause it's like, you get that delayed gratification and then you see it. You're like, oh, this is like a tangible thing. Like you might not get the like actual prints, but I get all my negatives for free. I just have like a shoebox full of all my negatives, and I'm like, like one day internet dies. Oh shit, that's what that is. Oh
yeah, I got a bunch
what
of
that was wall. Actually.
I mean, I have more. Actually, I'll rant about this in a second, but this is how my new place delivers my negatives, and this cannot be healthy for the.
Yeah, that's a little interesting, but yeah, like those type of old ass videos, like. Especially, I remember one day I was asking my dad, I was like, hey, do you have any like old like cameras or stuff? Because when I was trying to get into film, he was like,
sure.
Yeah, I got this one actually. And he opened it. He was like, oh, there's a roll of film in here. I was like, really? It was like used. I'm like, damn, this is like film from when I was like a baby. And getting that developed like now and seeing it, I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
That's crazy, actually. Yeah.
Like, I'm a baby in this, bro. Like I'm literally the photos look like dog shit. I don't know what the fuck happened, but they're like all green and purple, like Hulk, like the Hulk. Like I think it's like some
it's
got in
aged.
There, but still it's kind of cool. I'm like, damn. Jake, in my 23-year-old year, developed photos of Jake in his like 3-year-old year, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn. Welcome to the podcast. Music starts now.
Yo, it's the most
R.I.P. and peace.
Music starts.
R.I.P. and peace to anyone who's at work right now and they're like, "Damn, I'm listening to this to relax. Why are y'all stressing me out right now?"
Dude, I know. No, yeah, I don't know. I've had a really existential week. My directing partner has been calling everyone he knows because he read an article about AI, and he's like, I have to warn the people about this. And so I had to sit through like an hour yesterday. I doubt he's watching this, but if you are, I'm sorry for putting you on blast. But he's like, dude, we're fucked. Like it's
screwed,
over.
Bro. We're effed.
Dude,
we're effed
and he's low-key right. It's like bad. But anyways, I don't want to get too into that. We're getting too depressing. I do have some complaining to do actually now that you bring it up. Because I've gotten
Bro, I got some
now that I'm back at school, there's a great developing place near my hometown that I love. The people there are super nice. The turnaround time is great. It's nice and cheap. And they sell like a ton of different kinds of film stocks. And also just an assortment of camera stuff. It's a really great little mom and pop shop that I would shout out, but I don't want to dox myself. But here near my school, I'm lucky enough to literally live very close to a film developing place, and they kind of suck, man. They're kind of not great. They upcharge me a lot. Like I went in, I feel like it used to be not this much when I went to this place because I've been going to them since I started going to school here, and it was like $20 to get one roll of black and white developed, and I was like, that is steep. And I know how to develop black and white film, and I probably could have done it on my own, but it's been a while, so I felt kind of nervous doing it.
In case you fuck it up.
But then on top of that, it's been like a week and a half, and I haven't heard anything back. And I'm like, again, this same place's turnaround time used to be like 3 days. Damn. And I called yesterday, and I was like, hey, just wanted to make sure like you didn't get my information mixed up. Like, what's going on with the negatives?
Like, where's my shit, bro?
They're like, yeah, like we're actually running pretty ahead, so it should be done by Friday.
They're running ahead of schedule.
Tuesday, brother.
Oh my God.
It's Tuesday. How backed up are we?
I get all my film developed online. I get it at the dark room because it's like, it's the fun one. But like, not from lack of trying. I have scoured my area and I'm like, there's got to be a local film place somewhere.
Yeah.
I found one. I called them and I was like, hey, I was curious if you guys still develop 35 millimeter film. I swear his reaction. Yeah, no one does that shit anymore, kid.
Yo.
Hung up.
Let him a liar?
Immediately. Hung up. Could not hung up. He did? I did. I was like.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this guy does not seem like someone I'd want.
So what did they develop?
I guess they just sell camera parts.
What the fuck?
I went on their website and it looks like it's from like 1987 like HTML like, ooh, look at the color red. It's my computer's a fun, like my website's a fun color. So I'm like, damn, I guess I have to concede to like the mega corporation. I have to fucking send them off, because either way, even if I find one that's not necessarily local, unless I'm driving like an hour and a half to like deliver film, like that's not the vibe. So I was just like, fuck it. Yeah. So when you said $20, I was like, damn, that's about how much I pay for my film. Yeah, each roll's about 20. 15 plus shipping if you want to get specific about it.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That's just been my experience. I had did I tell you about getting my parents' wedding video like digitized?
Oh no, is that in conjunction with your digitizing just like the old family films?
This is separate? Because it was both my parents' birthdays a week or two ago, and I was like, for both your birthdays, I'm just gonna get your wedding video digitized. It's been sitting in a cabinet for like decades, and it's really expensive to digitize VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was also just worried that it was not going to be okay anymore, because those things degrade over time. Dude, so I'm going online, and like all these online places, it's like minimum of 5 tapes required to send into us. Like you have to have at least like there's like a minimum amount of tapes.
That's
and I'm like, what the fuck? Or it's like, well, you can send us 1, but we're gonna charge you for 5. And it's like, what? So what the fuck? Like, why? It makes no sense.
Who the fuck owns 5 VHS tapes?
The only one that I could find, or there's 2 that I found. The one that I ended up going with, and there was one that was like, it was really cheap, and I was like, oh, this is great, like this looks awesome. And it was like, we'll digitize them and send you back the tape. However, you can only view the video on our own streaming service. We give you a username and password, and you can watch it on your TV. And I was like, well, what happens if your website goes down or you go out of business? Like, where does that even exist anymore?
OBS
dude, I found one guy.
A single guy.
A dude who lives in a place called Topanga Canyon.
Shit.
And this is important because this is like a really like huge hippie hotspot.
That's where Van Neistat of the Neistat brothers live.
Yeah. It's also a fucking nightmare to drive through, because it's like you're going up and down mountains, and it's like single track road type shit. And so I drive up there with the tape. And when I mean, this is literally one guy. So I emailed him, and then he just was like, just text me at my phone number. I'm like, okay. And so I'm texting.
Very personable.
Like, and he goes, when you pull into the driveway, just walk to the hut. Yo, what? It's like,
go to the TP down the road, dude. That's like, I'll be there.
So I get out, dude, and I lose service immediately. Like once I enter the canyon, I'm out of service.
That freaked me out.
I gotta start remembering the turns that I'm taking, because this place is a maze,
dude.
And I get there and I pull in, and sure enough, man, halfway down his driveway, there's like a big wooden hut,
big ass tiki
hut. What the fuck? And so I walk up, and the door is open, and there's like a guy who's like in his 60s, and he's got this long gray hair, and he's wearing like no shoes and like shorts and a t-shirt.
It was Rick Rubin, actually. Rick Rubin.
Dude, low-key, that's a really good comp, though. He looked like Rick Rubin if he shaved, is what this guy looked like. and I'm peeking in. Dude, this guy's hut is like decked out with like a fuck ton of like analog transfer stuff. Ooh. Where it's like VHS players and like all these different type of media players. I think he does Laserdisc too, so we have like Laserdisc players.
Hey, yo.
I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh man, what's up? How you doing, man?
Yo, this guy sounds like he rocks.
I'm like, dude, this is the coolest shit. I want to be you. He's like, oh, dude, no, man. I'm like, yo, man, here it is. He's like, oh, dude, this is in great condition. Dude, there's going to be no problem at all.
Hell yeah.
Like, I'll have this to you by, like, Monday. Like, don't even worry. I'll get you. No, like, you'll get it on the cloud. I'll give you a flash drive, and you'll get the tape back. And I'm
get
like,
on the cloud.
Awesome, dude. This is great. And so sure enough, I got a text on Monday, like, your stuff's ready to pick up. And I had my parents pick it up because I was out of town at the time. But
yeah.
We haven't played it yet, but I'm assuming he did a really good job.
Dude, I was expecting you.
If you're in Topanga Canyon, hit my boy up.
I was expecting you to be like, yeah, so we did all that, and you ghosted me. You just never got back to me.
But just stole my parents' wedding video.
Well, see, honestly, the thing is, you know where he lives.
The worst scenario. Yeah,
so
you're right.
You could pull up. I can't believe you have such restraint to not watch that. Like the second I get my film photos back, like I don't care if I'm like in the car and I get that text is like, oh, photos ready to download. I'm like, damn, I'm looking at these immediately. Like,
no, same. I mean, I did the same thing, but my mom picked it up, and so I don't have it with me. And she's like, we should watch it as a family together whenever everyone's back in town. And I'm like, all right.
You should have an impartial third party watch it just to make sure it's not like staticky garbage.
Yeah, but it's a good point. I'm low-key worried. I mean, he said the transfer went well, but I'm worried it's going to start playing, and I'm like, yo, he recorded a Rick and Morty episode of my parents' wedding video or something horrible.
It's like some old ass,
what the
like,
fuck is this?
It's the
like,
first half of your
porn.
parents' wedding, and it's like the second half of fucking, I don't know, like Where the Wild Things Are. Just like the random ass movie. I feel like he'd like that movie, that guy. Do you have a name?
I think he would. I've never seen that movie, actually.
Do we want to name drop the guy, or can you make a fake
I
name
mean,
for him?
he's got a business. I'll shout out his business because it's not. I mean, it's funny because it's like, let me see VHS.
Because like when you were describing him, I'm like, I watch Van Neistat pretty religiously, and as you're describing it, I'm like, did Jackson go to Van Neistat's house? Because it's literally he's in Topanga Canyon, and he's like, oh, go to the hut, and I'm like, Van Neistat works out of a hut in his driveway. I'm like, oh, wait a second, this is. Did Jackson just meet Van Neistat and then you're like long gray hair? I'm like, yeah, it's not Van Neistat.
Oh fuck, wait, where is the? Yeah, dude,
Bro's,
this guy does everything.
Bro's a bit of a chrome dome, so shout out to Van Neistat. He's a cool ass dude.
This guy does everything.
Now imagine you're driving, you're in Topanga Canyon. Imagine
West
Van
Side
Neistat.
Video Service.
West Side Video Service.
Yeah, this guy. Here's a list of stuff: videotape, photo and album scanning, slide and negative scanning, DVD transfer, audio transfer, and 8mm film conversion.
Damn, bro is literally a walking conversion.
He's got the whole shit.
center.
And 16mm film conversion. Apologies,
Ooh,
he does both.
Fancy.
Does both.
Well, Jackson, if you ever film on 8 Super 8 or whatever, you send it to our boy, and then we can get that shit looked at. I would love to get a Super 8 camera, but I just like, I feel like I'm too stupid to get it to work, or like there's too many variables. Does it work? Okay,
No.
I was gonna say because that
It
would
was
be
my grandparents.
lit.
You know, speaking of old tapes and stuff, they found this in their basement when they were moving out, and they're like, "Oh, Jackson would love this," and they just opened it up, and there was fully a roll of film in there that was like half shot on, and they just opened it, and I was like, "Yo, that could have been anything."
Yeah, right.
That could have
Like,
been anything.
Who's like last like birthday present or like
Yeah,
whatever.
seriously.
Who's dying last final video evidence of them being alive was on there. That's just gone in the ether.
Yeah,
Hate to see it.
it's
I
funny
would
to
love
talk
to
about.
get one, bro.
We're getting really in the weeds with this tech stuff, but it's
I know,
whatever.
right?
I'm having a good time. Whatever.
Hey, Luke's away,
I'm trying
man.
to shoot.
The camera boys are gonna play.
Again, no one named Luke, but there's a. We're trying to shoot part of one of my theses on Super 8.
Ooh.
But my school doesn't allow shooting on film. It's one of the film schools that bans shooting on film. So I have to make an entire
Sounds counterintuitive.
slide-by-slide presentation on why it's important for us to shoot on film. And it's been a fucking
Whoa!
It's been a
Oh,
fucking
damn!
nightmare.
That's actually sick. You're trying to go. Hey, that's okay.
Christ.
That makes sense. That makes sense because you're talking about something
in
negative.
the context, yeah. No, you're right.
That's actually funny that you're gonna like stick it to the man and be like, actually, here's a well-written essay about why we should be allowed to. Joke's on you.
We're
buddy.
trying. I tried reaching out to Kodak, and I was like, guys, like,
Dude, that would
I
be
need
so
you.
lit.
Well, because I hit them up. I hit up their sales team, and I was like, I know you guys. I've heard you guys do student discounts. Like, what's the rates? And they were like, we only do student discounts on 16 and 35 mil. And I'm like, fuck.
Ooh.
And then I was like, well, could anybody at Kodak
anyone
write
give
a
me a
letter
good
of
word?
recommendation?
Yeah.
Yeah, like put in a good word. And dude, they got ghosted.
Dude, if I was your teacher and I was like, yeah, I'm not letting this kid make a 18 millimeter, 8 millimeter film. Wow, a lot of numbers went by. And then I'm just chilling. And I get a letter from fucking Kodak, and it's like, yeah, you should let him. I'd be like, damn, I guess I'm killing myself now. Like that's what I got to do.
It is one guy who is banned film, and it's the dean. It's the dean who does not have any background in film and is a journalist. And he's the dean of our school, and he has it in his head that film is dead.
The dean of a film school is a journalist. That's interesting.
He worked for the Hollywood Reporter. He does all those. You ever see those roundtable filmmaker videos?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have.
He's the guy who's interviewing them in those videos.
Interesting. Wow.
He's actually not great though as a dean. I'll say it. Let me shoot on film, you dick. I know how to do it.
Bro's almost out of there. Who cares? Yeah, this ain't his first rodeo. Like, let the
That's what I'm
boy
talking about.
shoot on film. I would love to shoot on film. However, I don't trust myself like that. Maybe if I had like gaffers and production around me, then maybe. And maybe if I like got one and then like fucked around with it for like 2 months and then kind of dialed it in, burned a couple rolls just as a test, I would love to. But too scary, man. Like, especially for getting one that's like tested and works. I'm weary about that shit. I still have, where's my new one? I'm still kind of working through my new film camera that I bought. It says that it's tested, but I'm like,
don't trust it.
God, I swear to God, if I go through this, I was so hype. if I go through that and then it just looks like garbage, I'm going nuclear, bro. Low key gonna go nuclear on that guy that sent it to me because I'm gonna be pissed. I customized it and everything, bro.
Fair enough.
I drew a fucking.
No, it's sick. It goes hard.
It's a little smiley face on the button.
Good point and shoot.
Right? It's all you need, man. It's all you need.
It's all you need. It really is all you need.
Yeah. So shout out to 35 millimeter and analog memories. We'll call that section.
Hashtag. Any new music this week for you, Jake? Speaking of which, we are a music podcast.
I mean, apparently, allegedly, we are a music podcast, depending on who you ask. Let me see. I feel like this week has been a lot of just re-listening to stuff.
Yes, same with me, but real quick. Guys, categorize our podcast down below. What
categorize that shit,
our
dog.
podcast in?
Relationship advice, perhaps? Like, whatever. Theories and historical. Yeah, dude. Self-help's pretty good. Speaking of self-help, Don't Rely on Other Men has been a staple of my daily listening activities.
Pretty great.
I can't believe how fantastic that song is. Like,
I heard you went down.
Oh my god, when the cops come around, bro, I'll say Que Paso. Literally, dude. Oh, I love that song. It gets me so hyped and excited.
It's really fucking good, dude.
It's really fucking good. I'm so hyped for the new JPEG Mafia album. Quite literally, I'm extremely excited. That's gonna slap harder than Daddy on Report Card Day. Blah blah blah.
I have to mention this song because I've been playing it a lot recently, but I don't want to choose it for our premium book club that we do every week on our Patreon page.
Go check that shit out.
If you want to listen to or recommend us a song to listen to every week, maybe check it out. Or is our Patreon $4 or $5 a month? $5.
You're $4. Yeah.
For $5 a month, you get a bonus every week. And you get to participate in book club and access to our special, and access
sometimes
to
you get a bonus every week.
Special Discord server. But anyways, I didn't want to pick this because it's an Arm & Hammer song, and I feel like that's a little bit cheating. But dude, have you listened to their album Rome?
Is that? I'm good with album covers. Give me the album cover.
It's like it's like the city on fire. It's like a painting of a city on fire. It's one of their less known records.
I was going to say, that's not really ringing a bell for me.
Dude, they have this fucking song with Quelly Chris on that record called Microdose. Dude, the beat is, first off, the beat is insane.
I have seen this one before. Cover goes crazy.
The beat is insane, but the first, it has probably the hardest, just most insane line from Elucid, and literally the first line of the whole song. I was born in the year of this country's last recorded lynching. My question is, who stopped recording? Yo. Immediate.
Rap?
Dude, that song is insane.
This is such a white take. Rap truly is the new poetry. Like, it truly is.
No, I mean, it is fully. And those two guys, I mean, they're the pinnacle of it.
Arm & Hammer.
Dude, you gotta listen to this song. The beat is just disgusting.
What's it called?
Microdose
with Quelly Chris. Gotcha. Arm & Hammer is such like hit or miss when it comes to album covers. Either they have like maybe the hardest album cover ever to exist, and then there's like I don't even know.
I don't fuck with this one that much, to be honest. Like
I don't like We Buy Diabetic Test Strips, bro. I don't like that cover, unfortunately.
I think it's
music
right.
excellent.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I mean, Haram is fucking iconic.
Yeah, I love that. Fantastic cover.
I think that Shrines is a good picture. I don't think it's a good album cover. It's the tiger in the New York City apartment.
Yeah,
and then Paraffin is like Paraffin's iconic.
Paraffin is great.
Awesome.
I almost like Paraffin instrumental like better than that one. Like if the Paraffin's instrumental,
I'm not even. Oh yeah.
If the Paraffin's is like if the Paraffin's is like an 8.5. I say Paraffin's instrumental is like a 9. Like, just ever so much etches it out. I just think the big ass teddy bear lumped over looks so sick.
What's your favorite cover of theirs?
Probably Haram.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
The colors are excellent too. God, I'm such a fucking nerd, bro.
It's just a good picture. I mean, you can't really put it anywhere. But I mean, no, it's iconic.
That shit's crazy.
That shit's so good. It's a great album.
I have 2 songs I want to discuss, but I don't know which one I'm going to pick for my book club. So I don't know if I should wait or not, because I was listening to one that's like actually kind of funny that would actually maybe kick something off.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I will talk about it. I've been listening to this artist by the name of Noah Praise God. Do you know who that is without Googling?
No.
It's fucking Gibby from iCarly.
Oh,
Gibby
boy.
makes hypnagogic pop and experimental hip hop. I listened to his new
these
EP.
album covers are insane.
I listened to his new
What is
EP,
this?
and I'm like, yo, this like isn't bad. Like this is actually
Then
good.
we were off.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this is actually like good. Like what the hell? Fucking Gibby from iCarly is making experimental hip hop. And
These album covers are fucking insane, dude.
like hypnagogic pop. It's like Sad World. It's like his type of thing. And I
Yeah.
guess he's dropping Sad World and just doing straight up music now. And I listened to it because I'm like, it's like the whole thing is 11 minutes. I'm like, I'm listening to that shit. Fuck it. It's like not bad, dude. It's like actually kind of good. Like I know.
Okay, I kind of really want to listen to this now.
Well, here, how about we'll make it the book club, not the book club, the homework.
Okay, bad.
That's 11 minutes. Like even
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Luke, Mr. I don't listen to music. Or who? Maybe could be the move. If anyone unofficial here, this is homework. This is bonus points because it's not a full table and it's 11 minutes. So bonus points if you want to be into the discussion for episode 156. Listen to what is it called? And then we were off. Then we were off by Noah Praise God. Also name crazy. Name goes crazy. So shout out to
name does go hard.
You know,
yeah.
I know we're doing the funny gimmick that Luke like doesn't exist or whatever, but dude, the new King Cruel EP, I wanted to talk about that with him.
Oh, did King Cruel drop an EP? I didn't
He
know,
dropped
honest.
a surprise EP called Shh! Exclamation point.
How does it compare to his last one? Because I was not the biggest fan of Space Heavy. In fact, to be fully honest, I don't remember a single song off of Space Heavy.
I'm actually in the same camp as you. I don't remember too much from Space Heavy. However, from what I did, it does sound very similar. But for whatever reason, I kind of fuck with this. Like, I think because, again, it's very short. It's like 12 minutes or whatever. Like, it's a nice, short, brief listen. And it kind of packs all the punches that were... It just essentially condensed Space Heavy into, like, a little 4-track EP. Because you got, like... the hype stuff with what's it called, Time for Slurp or Time is Slurp or whatever, and then you got like the slower, sadder stuff like Whale Shark, and then the final track that I'm forgetting the name for. So I like it as someone who enjoys a good King Cruel track every once in a while. Like I just re-listened to the Ooze, and I'm like, still goes pretty hard. I'd recommend checking it out. Again, 12 minutes. It's a nice brief little jaunt and kind of goes crazy.
Yeah, it's also been a pretty big week for white people. Aphex Twin finally, after I think decades of this song floating around as an unreleased track known as Stone and Focus, finally got put on the streaming services as number 19, in addition to his critically acclaimed selected ambient works volume.
Huge day for white people. We love Aphex Twin.
And then he announced that he was going to put
release
it on vinyl as a box set. But Stone and Focus, man, actually one of the best ambient songs ever made. So I'm personally very excited for this to have finally been on streaming. I mean, it's 10 minutes of the same fucking 3 notes because of course it is. But like, damn, man, that shit is just so
I was going to say, you don't want to hear
you just got to accept it, man. Sometimes you just got to let it fucking roll over you, man.
Yeah, you don't want to hear my thoughts on Aphex Twin, unfortunately. I'm not huge on Aphex Twin. I understand his significance, and I
not heard the best stuff from him.
I've listened to selected ambient works, and I've listened to Richard D. James, the one with the funny face where he's like, those.
Was there anything out of those that you were like, okay, this specific thing I really fucked with, or do you even remember?
To be honest, I don't remember. It was more of one of those experiences where it's like, I see why this is so revolutionary because this is like back in the 90s that he's making this type of music. Like, I can understand that it's like important for electronic music as a whole, but then at the same time, I can't help but think I'm like, I know people who make music that sounds like this that have evolved on this sound that I just like better. Yeah. Unfortunately, again, I don't dislike him. I wouldn't say Richard D. James. You might fuck with
the Come to Daddy EP. To be honest, that might be more your thing. It's a little more industrial, a little more hard hitting.
You know what? Maybe I will rock with the Come to Daddy EP.
And it's got Flim on it, which is like the funny meme song.
Flim. Oh wait, shit! I think I know what Flim is. Yeah, I gotta listen to it. Speaking, fantastic transition in with music talk right now. Speaking of revolutionary musicians, did you hear the news?
I don't know. Did I hear the news?
Sophie is getting a posthumous album release. Posthumous album release. No, not oh no. Apparently it's good. Yeah,
Okay.
apparently it's good because from what I understand, it was like Sophie's family was like her album was like pretty much done like when she passed, and then her like very close producer friend, which I'm unfortunately forgetting the name, is like, I'm gonna finish it because I was like Sophie's like closest collaborator. So apparently people are excited.
Okay,
for it.
I'll accept it. It's like a Circles John Bryan type deal. I'll accept it.
Yeah, where it's like people, it's Sophie's obviously final album, but I'm interested to see how it sounds because
me too.
Like with especially if it was mostly done by Sophie, I don't know what the other guy kind of put on to change it. If it will be, maybe it's like just mixing. Maybe it's just like, oh, it's literally all done and it just needs to be like mixed or mastered or whatever. But again, that's just for when the album comes out, I guess, and for the production staff or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna say excited for this. My hopes are high for this because oil of every pearl's unoiling. Did I nail that, or was I? Did I get that? Damn it!
Oil of every pearl's uninsides.
On the insides, I almost got it. Like that album, there are some bangaroonies off of that.
Yeah, it's a great record. It's a fucking great. I gotta give that another listen. It's been a while, but it is a great fucking record. I mean, Face Shopping is a classic.
Face Shopping
is a classic.
Like top 50 songs of all time. Like,
yeah, it's pretty great, dude. It's
much.
Pretty fucking unbelievable. That's even real.
I might have like kind of like not ruined it for myself, but I've just listened to it so much that I'm just kind of like maybe a little on it. I'm gonna give myself like another couple months or whatever, just like really forget about it, then listen to it again. I'd be like, yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, that shit goes crazy at the gym specifically.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's funny I haven't brought this up yet, but I actually went to a concert this week.
Oh yeah, this one is interesting. All right, folks, everyone cast your votes. Who did Jackson go to see live?
Yeah.
It's not Injury Reserve or Godspeed You, Black Emperor.
Mentally in your mind, think about who I saw live. So I went to the Greek Theater to see Ethel Cain.
Yep, bet you didn't get that one.
Because my girlfriend really wanted to go, and it's her favorite artist. And to be fair, I do like a lot of the Ethel Cain stuff. I think that she's very inventive and creative.
Ethel Cain's not bad.
No, Ethel Cain is not bad. I think that my biggest thing with Ethel Cain is that she will have these really crazy songs on her records that really push, I think, the button of pop music. I think specifically of, I don't even know how to pronounce this, but Ptolemea, I think, off her new record is pretty crazy, and as well as Televangelism. But I've never been like the biggest fan of her stuff, but my girlfriend really wanted to go, and she was like, I'll pay for your ticket. And I was like, all right, I'm not doing anything today. So I went to go see Ethel Cain at the Greek Theater. I have 3 things to report. The first is that
I know where the story's going. That's why
we are. God damn it, we are waiting for the show to start, and they got like the music playing on the speakers in the amphitheater. And first things first, I want to just set the scene. I go to the bathroom before the show, like an hour before the show, and the boys' bathroom is empty because there are no boys at this concert. It is basically just me and a sea of lesbians. That is the scene for it. Just I want to set
fist bump, baby. Booyah.
Yeah, it's just hella women, which is great. But I definitely fell out of my element a bit. And we're waiting for the show to start, and when you're. I had like a Pavlovian response because when you're like at like the grocery store and you hear like a note and you're like, oh, that shouldn't be played here, and then you're like, what song is that? And it's like, oh my god, they're playing this at the grocery store. This is such a deep pull, but they were playing Median 1 by Good Night and Good Morning off of their, I think, one and only album, The Narrowing Type. And this is a record that friend of the show, Jen from the Anthony Fantano Discord server pressed onto vinyl.
Yes.
I think I recommended this once for.
I was gonna say that title sounds familiar. That's why I was pogging out. I was like, damn, I remember you talking about this.
And I was just like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Do you think Ethel herself picked that playlist, or do you think it was like the sound engineer that's just like, yeah, let's fucking throw some shit on there?
It felt like it was Ethel Cain because it was all the music was very much in the same, like it was all very like instrumental, like airy, kind of like ambient stuff going on, if that makes any sense. But It was just a very strange moment because I was like, oh my god, I started immediately DMing Jen in the server and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, do you know, like Ethel Cain
You did this.
A record
You did this.
that you pressed on a physical. I was like, holy shit, that's a pretty deep cut, man. That's a deep cut, and I was not expecting to hear it.
Respect.
That's the first thing. Then I turned to the left. I turned to the left. And there was someone who was sitting in the row next to me who got up. And as they got up, everyone stood in front of them, so I couldn't see who it was. But for the half second I saw them, I was like, that might be Dignan from Hive Mind. That might be him. And but then he walked away, and so I was like, oh, like I guess that I'll never know. Cut to 5 minutes later, and he's like sliding through my row, and he looks at me and he's like, "Hey man, like, do you mind if I step in front of the seat in front of you? I'm sitting right in front of you." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, for sure." And so
yes,
my experience at the Ethel Cain concert was half watching Ethel Cain, who was very good, and half watching Dignan interact with his girlfriend, because it was very funny because it was very clear that me and him were in the same spot of like, I'm here because my girlfriend likes this artist, and I don't know. Yeah. Like we were at the Greek Theater. We had pretty close seats, but it's like stadium type setting, and so there's folding like amphitheater seats, and every once in a while he just sit down for a minute and just like
the big ass exhale.
The funniest thing, and this was actually low-key scary because halfway through like one of her last songs, Ethel Cain just left the stage, and the rest of the band finished the song out. And my girlfriend was like, "Oh, this is probably part of the show because like she has like lore, like Ethel Cain, like the personality is like died in her newest album, so this is probably part of it." And I was like, "Yo, this really does not seem like part of it because everyone on stage looks really confused." And then everyone left the stage, and dude, Dignan starts going, "Oh, come on, Ethel Cain, you got more songs than you." And like yelling out, and his girlfriend's clearly kind of like, yo, like I don't know.
Like, hey, how are you? You shut the fuck up.
And he could have been like, Ethel Cain, come on, a few more songs, Ethel Cain. And
you got a few more in you.
It was like being front row to a Hive Mind show. I was like, what the fuck? This is so random. Oh my god. And then she came back out and did a costume change because she came back out because she was wearing like a preacher's daughter outfit type thing.
Yeah.
She came back out in like a sweatshirt and sweatpants. I was like, "Yo, my bad. I'm like sick as fuck. I just threw up. Like, we're gonna continue the show though." I was like, great.
I just puked. Sorry, guys. Anyway, continue with the show.
Yeah, because
a true performer
like,
there.
I wonder how this plays into the lore. And I was like, "Yo, y'all are reading way too deep into this. She is having something wrong."
Some 21 Pilots type shit.
I was totally right. So I told all those lesbians off. I know Ethel Cain better than you do, I guess.
I just sorry guys, just puked. Anyway, back to the show.
But yeah, and then I didn't get to. I was gonna say just hi to him and just basically just like, yeah, I'm a huge fan. But then the second the show ended, my girlfriend just grabbed my arm and we were out of there because she wanted to get out of the park.
I'm a niche music online celebrity too, bro. I should come on the show.
Please,
that'd be sick.
Man,
please, bro. Please bump my engagement, dude. It'd be lit.
But yeah, it was very. I had a Dignan, for some reason you're watching this. I had a great time watching you
at the show.
Watch Ethel Cain.
Truly stole the show, buddy. Truly,
he really did because that was
unique
really
style to you.
It was. I mean, the best part of the show for me was him being like, "You got
come on, Ethel.
Come on,
you got a few
more songs left."
Dude, that's actually hilarious. I'd laugh my ass off if that was that.
Yeah, she had really cool. I mean, it was a great show. She had really cool visuals, like a bunch of like stuff that looked like it was shot on film, like happening behind her for every song.
You got love that.
And each song got its own unique visual, and that was very cool. I think that she has some room to grow as far as performing. She was a little stiff for the first half, but also she was sick and threw up. So who am I to say?
Yeah, maybe that affected the performance. Whoa, that was like the SpongeBob rock.
But she played some unreleased stuff that was pretty decent, and there's a lot of. She would do this thing where she would kind of like pick someone out of the front row and like sing like Hella Lines, like grab their hand and sings the song to that one person, which I thought was really cool. I mean, what are you gonna do, man? Ethel Cain, good shit. Keep it up.
Shout out to Ethel Cain, friend of the show, now friend of the show.
Ethel Cain.
How do I say his name? Dignan. I'm gonna be.
I don't even think that's his real name. To be fully honest,
I don't watch Hive Mind. I don't. I'm sorry.
Well, it's just funny because I was literally watching. I was playing the Hive Mind episode with Ro Ramden in the gym that morning, like just to pass the time.
They did a thing with Ro Ramden.
Yeah, she came on the show, and I was like, so I was watching that. It was actually fucking hilarious, really great episode. But it was just very surreal because I was like, damn, I was really watching you this morning while I was fighting for my life underneath some weights. Awesome shit.
That's crazy that you listen to like people who listen to podcasts at the gym. Like
I don't usually. I actually don't usually. I usually am a music guy, but I was just having like a off day where I was like I was there because I like
going through the
motions. Needed to be and not. Yeah, I wasn't really putting in the work that I should have, and so I wasn't.
Like when you say that you listen to new music when you're at the gym, I'm like I can't get behind that. I need like I need a like very curated listening experience, and I'm like, all right, this song will get me into it. This song will get me over the first like couple sets, and then now we're gonna go back to a calm one. Now we need a crazy. I'm gonna play Spikes by Death Grips. That's gonna get me back in the zone, and then we got to come back down again, and then Navigating by 21 Pilots will come back on, so I could really get crazy, and then I'll end with a bang. Like, dude, this is like strategic.
God Breathed.
Yeah. Yes, God Breathed and Glimpse of Us. Great gym song.
Dude, that's the one that I was talking about.
I know. I rewatched the episode.
I was like, yo, Newfound Interest is crazy in the gym. And you were like, yeah, man, but you make fun of me for God Breathed. And I was like, oh, there's another one. It was
another bad one. It was Glimpse of Us. Glimpse of Us, like...
That's crazy. That's like those guys. You see those TikToks of the guys who like will go to the gym together, and like while one of them is pumping iron, they'll have like a picture of like a girl that they be like,
the forbidden pre.
She's sending this picture to everyone.
Yo, man. The forbidden pre-workout, dude.
Every single thing she said to you, man, she said to someone else. Just keep going, man.
No, those videos where it's like ranking pre-workout, and it's like, Prime Energy, it's okay, like this like C4, it's like the girl you talk to, like 10 out of 10, bro. Like literally the forbidden pre, and that low-key gives the same vibe. So shout out to Glimpse of Us and Joji, which is on tour. I looked, he's not dead. He is touring. So so probably has an album coming out if I had to guess. So shout out to Joji, shout out to Joji, shout out to Ethel Cain, and shout out to Dignan.
And speaking of Newfound Interest, I'm just going to announce this now. I'm going to be at the Newfound Interest and Versus Self show, which is happening very, very soon. I think maybe even next week. Actually, no. Week after next.
Week after next.
The Versus Self show happening on July 12th. I'll be there. So if anyone here is listening to this, I'll be there.
Yeah, pull up, bro.
I am very excited to see the show because this is one of those times where it's like, I thought I was never going to get to see Newfound Interest live in my life. So this is very exciting for me because I thought that was like I don't know, like Black Country New Road, Isaac Woods era type.
Yeah.
It's not. Or Sprain, I guess, is better.
Yeah, Sprain. Shout out to Sprain. Yeah. That's lit. What are you excited to see perform? What's the one thing that you're gonna
don't know because
that you'll piss yourself if they start playing?
I mean, I know if they are playing their old stuff, which I'm assuming they are, I just really hope they play Arctic Circle. Like, that song is so fucking good. And I think what the crazy thing is there really exists only one video of them playing live ever online. And it's a horrible recording. But I've watched that video so many times because there's this great moment on one of the songs. Oh, fuck, what is it, dude? Because they put on a great show. They're really into it. I think it was a moment on And It Sings for Itself, maybe, when the guitar player goes into the pit and it's like the lighting is horrible. Like everyone they're only silhouetted, but all of a sudden in the foreground the guitarist comes up and he's just fucking going to town on his guitar, dude.
Damn,
like you can tell he's feeling every line, and he's like in the pit and everyone else is silhouetted, and all of a sudden he just pops up and it's like, dude,
damn, that's
so
lit.
good. I'm really excited for that. I hope they do that song, whichever song it is. I don't remember. I haven't seen the video in a while, but yeah, isn't that wild? Only one recording of them ever performing, and it actually just resurfaced like within the last year or two.
Damn, really? So you're gonna get like the nitty gritty. You're gonna get that insider
the
shit.
HD version.
Dude, I need to go to more I feel like I've been saying that forever, but I do need to go to more concerts. I keep flipping back and forth if I should go to the Lip Critic show in New York, because it's not a crazy drive, but it's like minimum 3 hours, and I'm like, oh, it's a Sunday. That means I got to be at work in the morning. Like, I'm really debating. I'm pretty much a coin flip away if I'm going to be there. So if anyone's going to be at TVI on Sunday for Lip Critic, I may or may not be there depending on if my dander.
How much are tickets?
Probably I think like $25. It's like cheap. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, is it worth it? I'm gonna have to drive through. I'm gonna have to drive through Queens again.
This is what I was telling my girlfriend, because the reason we went to Ethel Cain in the first place is because she was at the Greek Theater to see, I think, Lizzie McAlpine. Like, she got free tickets to see Lizzie McAlpine with a friend or something.
Who is that name? Why does that name ring a bell?
It's like a pop artist.
Okay.
I don't really know their shit very much.
I can't
But
Google.
anyways,
I was going to Google on my computer, but I'm
she was
recording
there, and she saw that Ethel Cain was going on tour, but she realized, talking to other people, that you can get the day of the show, the reselling tickets drop dramatically because like people get more and more desperate, and so that was kind of her way of doing it.
That's scary, bro.
And so it was just scary because sometimes they sell out, and then it's like you just don't get a seat. But she ended up, I think at the beginning of the day that we saw Ethel Cain, it was like $325 for tickets where we ended up sitting, and then by the time she bought them, it was 100 per by the time she bought, which is still fucking crazy. But I was like, yo, this is the pro of liking people who don't have big followings, because I paid $25 to see Versus Self and Newfound Interest, and I'm probably going to be close enough to touch them with my fingers. You know what I mean? So it pays, folks.
Whoa.
I mean,
can we run that back? Holy shit. 300
resellers, dude. Yeah.
Ethel Cain. Oh my god.
Ethel Cain pulling numbers.
Holy shit. Oh my lord. That's
the Ethel Cain show to me was like the Kendrick pop out show, but for like lesbian teenagers. That's what it felt like.
It was a historic moment. Damn.
There's like people all around me yelling the lyrics like their life depended on it, and I was just I'm standing there and I'm like, damn, I have no idea what's happening right now.
I'm low key. I'm like the towers right now. I'm tilted right now. That's actually insane. I would have $90 max. I would have guessed.
Oh,
dog.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever paid more than like $45 for a concert ticket because I just
yeah. I don't think I've ever spent more than that much. I think because I don't really go to any other like big ass concerts. Like,
yeah, same.
Yeah, no. So
I mean, I don't really like arena shows and stuff like that. Like I like the smaller venues. I like the personal, like when you can really get up close, and then sometimes you even get a chance to talk to the artist afterwards.
Yeah,
I just think it's a better experience. The arena
for
stuff
sure
just feels like
it's very disconnected. You might as well watch it on TV at that point because you're just kind of in the environment. But I even remember when I went to go see JPEG Mafia in Florida. I'm like, you know what? I'm not with all that jumping around shit, as Danny Brown once said. I'm gonna stay on the balcony and just watch.
Yeah.
And then I'm there, and then Kenny Mason's opening, and I'm like, yo, I'm like wasting my money. Like I should be jumping around right now. Like why am I watching from the stage? So I went in the pit and I fucking jumped around and had the time of my life, dude. It was fantastic. That's why I'm very excited for the new JPEG Mafia like tour. I'm really fucking hyped about it actually. Oh, it's so fun. It's so exciting. Getting giddy for it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, did I tell you about Terminal 5? How I was gonna go to Terminal 5? Dog.
What's
I don't know.
5?
That's the New York show. I was like, oh, I want to go to the New York show for JPEG Mafia.
Yeah.
$85 a ticket, general admission. Are you out of your mind? God.
What
and then,
the heck? Did the tour tickets already go live for that?
Yeah. And then Philly is like 35, and I'm like, okay, well, no brainer. I'm not fucking spend double to go to a more crowded venue.
$92 right now for the LA for the Hollywood Palladium.
90. Oh my god.
Which is crazy because I saw him at the Hollywood Palladium with Danny Brown, and the tickets were like not nearly that much, man. They were like 45, I feel like.
Nah, I think when I went to go see him and Danny Brown, it was like 50 or whatever, and that was.
But I could see him in Pomona, and that's for $50.
Interesting.
Fuck you, Hollywood Palladium.
We got some.
I hate that fucking venue.
We got some shit going on in the background.
When I went to see Idols at the Hollywood Palladium, I ordered a rum and coke. Did I tell you about this? I ordered a rum and coke, man. And he was like, "Do you want like a double for like an extra $1 or two?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, make it a double." $28.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What? Yo,
dude?
What? $28 for one drink? I can get like a 6-pack of Coors Banquets for that amount.
I never got the first time I ever got a drink at a show was when I saw fucking is when I went to go see the Shrek rave with Pat. And I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna, I'll do 3. I even remember telling the lady once, she's like, "What do you want?" And I was, "Surprise me." I was shit faced. And I look back and I look at my like payments, like I look at my bank statements, I'm like, what the fuck was I on? What is wrong with you,
what
Jake?
Happened?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. Used to surprise me. She was probably like, "Damn, you're about to get the most expensive like, top shelf whiskey for this guy right now."
I remember getting when me and Tiffany went to go see Everything, and she was like, "Oh, let's get a drink." And we stood in line for like probably 15 minutes, and then we're like, "Oh," it was like, "Can we have like a vodka Red Bull?" And she's like, "Oh, that'll be $23." And Tiffany's like, "Nah, and we just left. We
No,
just
it
got
won't.
out of line, and I'm like, damn,
No,
that's
the fuck it won't
honestly
be.
fucking respect. Because like, yeah, $23 for fucking a mid-ass drink.
Yo, for real, dude. That's for a
like,
vodka.
vodka Red
Ooh.
Bull, as a matter of fact.
Oh, vodka. I actually fuck with vodka Red Bull.
I don't
But
think I
it's
like Red Bull.
difficult. It's difficult because it's like I feel like I don't. I mean, I'm not the kind of guy who's getting a drink at like 3 p.m. You know,
No,
like if I'm
yeah.
out at a bar, it's late, and I'm like, a Red Bull is gonna fucking. I mean, maybe I'm old for this, but I'm like, dude, that's just gonna keep me up all night. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's
Yeah,
not
but like
it.
that's the vibe, man. You like you got shit
Yeah.
to do. You got partying to have. So you actually transitions beautifully into another topic I want to talk about.
Oh,
like I don't even
shit.
think we could have planned this better. Caffeine, bro. I want to talk about caffeine for a hot second, right? I feel like this is this
not
out of
good.
all episodes, this is the episode to talk about caffeine because
Yeah.
the two fiends are here. I feel like I can finally consider myself a fiend because
Yeah, I am too.
I remember I heard it somewhere. It was like, oh, caffeine, like, if you want to start getting the effects of caffeine, it's like after a couple months of you getting used to it, you got to take 2 weeks off of caffeine to, like, kind of.
No chance.
So, me, I'm like,
Hell
oh,
fucking
dude,
no.
I can do that shit. No problem. I did it on a Friday.
Bro.
It is Monday. I have an energy drink in front of me as we speak. Like, dude, I'm a fiend. I'm literally a fiend.
Yeah, I'm getting really nervous because I mean, this is actually really good because this is a story I was going to tell too. I had my yearly physical yesterday, and they were like, I think usually you get your blood work before your physical, but for some reason they had me doing it after, and they're like, yeah, like come get your physical and then go and get
What?
the blood work done.
What, and get your
I know,
physical?
I knew the second I said it, dude. I did the fucking second I said it. But they were like, yeah, but you have to fast. So like, make sure you don't eat anything before your appointment, and then afterwards we'll give you the paper to go get the lab work done. I'm like, bet. My appointment's at 11:15, and so I'm like, fuck, I knew this was gonna be like, I was starving the whole time, and so I get into 11:15. The doctor doesn't see me till 11:45, and then by the time I get out of the office, it's like 12. But I have the lab work ready to go, and I'm like, great, I'll just drive across the freeway, get my lab work done, like real quick, just get the blood drawn, and then I'll go home, and then I can get my caffeine in me because
Yeah,
I can't
call
I
it a
haven't
day,
been able
baby.
to- yeah, get my caffeine and get my food because at this point I'm like, I'm on no food and no caffeine, and honestly, the no caffeine was worse. 'Cause I'm like, fuck. Damn, that's a big one, bro. What the fuck?
They're littered throughout the episode. Someone can make a supercut of them.
No, 100%. But anyways, so I'm I go to the lab work place and they're like on lunch from 12 to 1.
Ooh.
No way.
No.
Dude, for the next hour, I'm like in my house, like trying to sleep because I'm like so miserable. I'm like, if I just sleep for this amount of time, dude, I go to the blood work place. I hand them my paperwork and they go, oh, so some of the tests that they want done, you have to get your blood drawn in the morning from like 8 to 10.
Ooh.
I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, man, you gotta get your blood drawn 8 to 10.
What?
And I'm like, so what do I do? They're like, you gotta come back tomorrow.
Dog.
Yo. So all that was for nothing, man. And then I went to Shake Shack. I got a big, tall blue Fourier yerb.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
that first sip. Oh my goodness, dude.
No,
but
facts.
this is why I'm worried. Because now, listen, I've limited myself to 1 yerb a day. I've been very proud. I've been contained.
How many
It's starting to
milligrams
not
is
be
that?
enough. 150.
Ooh, I am
It's
fucked.
starting, it's starting not. I know, but I'm about to tip in because it's starting to not be enough, dude. Like I have the one, and it used to be like I have the one, and it's like, oh my god, I'm dialed. Like I'm here and I'm in, dude. Now it's like I have one, and I'm like, I feel normal. Like I have one, and I'm like, damn, I'm like basically average now, and I'm like, so I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know what the fuck to do.
The best way I'm kind of happy medium in this is like don't do it on the weekends, or if I do it on the weekends, it's only if I have to like work out or strain myself. No sitting around, no nothing. Because like I tried it on a Friday and I'm like, okay, it's chill. Got a bit of a headache, but like that's because that's what happens when you withdraw. When you have withdrawals, you get headaches. I'm like, copy. And then Saturday, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll go to the gym and be productive.
Dude, going to the gym, I don't know how you're supposed to even survive with caffeine. Because I only go to the gym in the morning. Like, I'm an exclusively morning gym person. I don't know how I'm even expected to function after, like, I mean, when you're actually working out, like, hard, and it's like you have a good workout in, I mean, you go home and you're exhausted. It's like, what am I going to do now? Go to school? Like, write a paper? or like go on set and like work with my hands for 12 hours.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? I need that. That's like I sound like a fucking addict now, but like I'm sorry. I don't know what does society want from me. God.
Like I had such a reality check because for the longest time, every time I would talk to someone about my caffeine consumption, I'd be like, nah, it's like I don't actually need the caffeine. I just kind of like that it's a 0 sugar drink. Like it's a little bubbly. Like they got some cute flavors like breezeberry. Like Fanta's not making anything 0 sugar like that.
Are you drinking an Aloha, dude?
Alani, yeah.
Or Alani, I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, those things are fucking toxic, dude. I don't know. Those things are crazy. I had one of those for the first time on a set this year, and it was like, I had one sip, and I was like, damn, this is really fucking good and really dangerous.
Yeah. I'm running on, once I finish this, I'm going to be running on 400 milligrams of caffeine. So that's not good at all. My doctor friend told me, he's like, that's like the minimum safe like dosage before you like get to like you're gonna die. I just realized I had a Mountain Dew today. Oh shit, I'm fucked.
Oh dude, you're fucked.
Oh no,
dude,
I'm
your
in trouble.
Heart is like
I'm
screaming at you right now.
Lowest, I think I'm at 520 right now. That's not good at all. I just realized. Oh boy. And then I'm gonna go work out after this. Holy shit. I guess that's kind of for the best. Can you focus on me, please? Sorry, I'm just like getting pissed off because it's like not face tracking me. There we go. All right. But yeah, I just want to talk about caffeine because I was like, yeah, I could go 2 weeks. No problem. Broke after 3 days. I am weak. I truly thought I could do it and I just couldn't. I was just like, I need a fucking C4 energy immediately, if not sooner.
I've never had a C4 actually.
That, if you want to like actually like pass away, drink a C4. That is ridiculous.
How much caffeine is in that?
It's 200 milligrams, but they have this like weird shit. It's like beta energy. I don't know if it's like that's like a trademark term or whatever. But Jackson, it's gonna like sound crazy. It makes me itch. Like if I drink a C4,
this is real. I've actually heard this. This is actually a scientifically documented thing because I don't think it has an ingredient in it that like it does something that makes you itch, and I don't remember what it is. But I've friends told me about this.
Itch.
Yeah,
but. God damn, I'll say, man,
off the shit, dude. Literally tweaking off the shit.
I can't help but PR when I fucking drink that before a workout. I can't help. I'm just benching like to my heart's content until it explodes. I'm like, damn, I'm fucked. I'm so screwed. So
see, because here's my problem now, because I've limited myself to just the 1 yerb, and that's my caffeine intake. So my constant dilemma is like, do I drink it before the workout or after? Because if I drink it before, by the time I get home and I shower and I'm actually ready to sit down and do work, I'm crashed. And I'm like, all right, well, now I'm going to play fucking Assassin's Creed Black Flag for 5 hours and not talk to anybody.
Nah, facts.
So I've been saving it for after. So I get to the workout, to the gym, and I'm just like, damn, I just fucking want to go home and drink a yerb, dude. Fuck!
I think... I probably should not. I should chill with the 400 milligrams. Like that's a little much, honestly. Because like
maybe don't quit cold turkey. Maybe just swap to like.
I'm probably gonna
just doing one a day.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna drop to 1.
Maybe like a Red Bull, because I think Red Bull's like 90.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop to 1, and then like I'm still gonna try and go cold turkey on the weekends because like I really don't need to if I'm like not doing anything extraneous. Like I just. Minimum, I need to have at least 200 milligrams in me if I need to work out. Minimum, because like there's no way I can function without it. Like, also, I'm on my weight loss shit right now. I forgot that caffeine is an appetite suppressant. I was starving this entire weekend. Oh my god, so fucking hungry. Like,
does caffeine make you not?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
It is currently 7:30 p.m.
makes sense,
right now.
Low key, because I've become a 2 meal a day guy, where it's like I have a big breakfast and a big dinner.
It is currently 7:30 p.m. EST right now. I've had 200 calories, and I'm doing fine. Like, I'm doing okay.
To be so honest, I don't know what it was, but you started talking right now about food, and I immediately went, dude, I gotta go to Taco Bell.
I'm actually
good. Immediately in my head was like, yo, I gotta go to Taco Bell.
My mom texted me. That's what I was alluding to before. She's like, chicken's ready, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like so okay right now. Like only 200 calories worth of food. Yeah. Like I could go till the bonus until I have to eat. But, you know, God forbid I stop drinking caffeine. I'm like, damn, I need breakfast in me immediately or I'm, like, not going to be able to function. And I just don't, I'm not a breakfast guy. That's how I know I was fucked when I started eating breakfast because I don't fuck with breakfast. It's just like, I usually don't eat until, like, 3.
Because I get really conscious about, because I'm trying to put on weight.
We have, like, opposite.
And so it's like, if I don't eat breakfast, then I'm just burning through fat that I already don't want to spend. And so it's just like, or muscle that I don't want to spend. So I always just try to eat something. Like I bought a bunch of little. I feel like a kid every time I buy these, but I bought a bunch of little trail mix packs.
Hell yeah.
Just so I can at least like if I'm in a rush and I don't have time for like an actual breakfast, which I do make a lot. Dude, this is my breakfast. This is maybe I'm big back for this, but this is like my breakfast / lunch. I'll do 4 eggs and I mix in a turkey and a bunch of cheese. And then an everything bagel with cream cheese, and then 4 pieces of bacon. That's my breakfast.
Damn.
It's fucking so good, dude.
That sounds actually gas.
And it's also the only thing that I can make really well. It's like the only dish where it's like that isn't microwavable, where it's like I actually can do this.
The Jackson special.
Yeah, that's the Jackson special. Just a regular American breakfast.
I got a bone to pick with God, bro. How does he get off where he's like, yeah, if you want to build muscle and lose weight, you got to eat under 2,000 calories, but above your body weight in grams of protein. What am I?
The impossible task, dude.
Am I Jesus H. Christ himself? Like, I can't fucking conjure that shit up out of midair. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just eat like straight up chicken breast like every single day? Like, no wonder these bodybuilders hate their lives because all they do is eat fucking chicken breast. Like, God, I wish I could just eat whatever I wanted and not fucking gain weight. That'd be so lit. I'd honestly.
That's the dream, man. I mean, everyone's always talking about the best superpower to have, and it's like, oh, like invisibility. This, nah, man. It's eating whatever the fuck you want with no consequences. That's what the superpower is, man.
You're literally
that's the human condition.
You're so correct because I would, dog, like. Every fiber of my being wants to go to Taco Bell and just be like, yeah, give me 3 chicken quesadillas, extra sauce.
I think I'm gonna have to go to Taco Bell.
Fiber of my being. But I'm like, no. But born to eat 3 chicken quesadillas, forced to have 1 Chipotle bowl with no rice. That's just how life is.
That's
right
the
now,
realest shit. Oh, maybe I'll go to Chipotle. That actually sounds good too.
Chipotle is good. I realized that Chipotle is now open until 11.
Let me see if my homie's working there right now because I low-key...
You get some free shit?
Yep.
Damn, I wish...
Or he'll just like pack the bowl, you know, so I'm not.
That's actually
like,
lit.
Crap.
I hope that. I wish I had friends that worked at a fast food place because then I'd pull up and I'd just be like,
He's
"Yo,
the only one."
I'm like, make me what you feel like whatever you feel like putting in the bowl." Just
right, like the Burger King guy. Man.
Yes, the Burger King guy. I thought you.
Which is so funny because I realized I actually had this realization today because I was watching some guy do like a fast food tier list or whatever, and dude, because Burger King's fucking thing was make it your way.
Yeah.
And you told him to make it his way.
He made it his script. I did flip the script on him, and shout out to him. I don't talk to him anymore, unfortunately, but he gave me some pretty cool burgers that I still have saved on my phone because they're pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god, dude! You meant Luke.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant like
who the fuck did you think I was talking about,
dude? I didn't even realize. It's so funny. He's so insignificant in any like. I mean, I completely forgot. Like Luke. Oh man, he made that video about what was it? Kendrick Lamar. Am I close?
I'm actually getting a little foggy thinking about it right now. I think who was the guy that oh shit, he had the face with 2 eyes. Damn it, I forget.
Yeah.
Okay, now you got me tilted because now I'm like, yeah, Luke. His name was Luke, right?
Yeah, with the K, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, fuck it.